Okay, hi. Been a while since I've done one of these, but it is somewhat easier to talk than it is to type everything out. And for me to say that is something pretty big because I've always hid behind the computer, or I would always write things rather than say them. Even years ago, I'd rather write a letter or an email to someone rather than just bring up an issue face to face and talk to them and whatever. So for me to sit here and say, I'd rather talk, I'd rather have a mic, I'd rather have a form of voice communication rather than writing, it's pretty big and it shows progress. It's a pretty awesome thing because I'm learning that God has given me a voice, He's given me a voice to use, and I can use that voice. And it can be a very powerful tool. It can be a tool that's going to touch people's lives. I really believe that. He's not calling me back to just sit and write all the time or to type. He's called me to use the voice that He's given me, and I believe that I can be a very effective communicator. That words do not have to limit me. That I will not be going 60 million times in a conversation. I believe that I really can be an effective communicator, and that during that I can, as the camera falls, I can freely express myself. That it won't just be me talking, there will be some healthy expression behind that, whatever that may be at the time. I had an awesome dream last night and shared that in the boards, that I saw me praying with someone and seeing them healed. And through that, I was then able to lead a person to the Lord. And I believe the time is coming, the time is here for me to be doing that. There was a song playing in the stream last night, and it was, let me think, something about now. Can't even remember. The words were something about the now. It was a worship song. And whatever it was, this one line kept repeating. It was about having something the now, and I just agreed with that. I said, yeah, we do have this now. We can possess things in the here and the present. It doesn't have to be way off in the future, and it's certainly not based purely in the past. One thing, again, yesterday, what really touched my heart was looking back on some old photos from our youth group, which, I was in that about 8 years ago, for about 3 or 4 years, I think it was, and I just looked back on those photos and remembered that, it was a really blessed time. It was a time where I was encouraged, it was a time where I was ministered to, and it was just an awesome time. It was a time of feeling like I was part of family, and I realised, God has placed people in my life in the past that really blessed me. He's placed people in my life in the present that really blessed me. Alright, most of them are maybe on the opposite end of the world right now, but, He still placed those people in my life, and it broke me. It just got me to a place of being really thankful. Rather than looking at what I don't have, I was able to thank Him for what has been, what is currently in my life, and what I believe is going to be there in the future. And that was just a big blessing, and that comes back to, we can have things now. I don't have to wait to the future. I've got good things in my life and now I can be thankful to the Lord for. And the other thing I got to thinking, because those old photos, was the word evangelist was first spoken over my life when I was 20, which is about 8 years ago. And I thought, 8 years on, I'm still not fully walking in that. I do not want to wait another 8 years to walk in that. I want to be walking in it now. I want to be able to go out and share my faith and stop being afraid of it and stop being ashamed of what people might think. That they might see me as weak or whatever. I want to get past it. It doesn't matter what other people think. And just go for it. And just share that passion that He has placed inside of me, because He has placed a passion inside of me. And I think back years ago as well, and we were doing outreaches, and I would want to be there. I would want to be talking to people, and I didn't even really understand then just what He called me to do. I think I knew what he called me to do, but I don't think I necessarily thought about it and saw the connection between the two. But looking back, I can see the connection between me wanting to share with people and the calling that he had placed in my life. Even the youth group did an event once, and we'd gone round doors beforehand to tell people this event was on. I was really happy to go knock on these doors rather than put the leaflet through the door. I was the one who was knocking on the doors and say, hey, look, we're doing this tonight, you're welcome to come along, and I really enjoyed it. This was for me, who is even more timid then than I am now. I don't know what else to share. I want more. I want more than what I've got, and I don't want to wait years to get it. I believe I can possess a lot of things now. And just to be thankful for the things that I do have instead of looking at what I don't have. Is all. Just with something major last night, I just got me to a place of being really thankful. Got me into a place to just worship in it. And that's somewhere I've probably not been properly in a long time. It's just in that place of worship. And just from that, and I started praying, and I was praying in tongues, and I've not done that for a long time either. So, yesterday was just a blessed day for me, and I just believe God can do more. I believe God's got more for all He has. One thing that really touched my life, as in Ohio, was hearing the statement, you don't have to live like this, and that's something that stayed with me pretty strong so far, is I don't have to live how I've been. There is something more, there is something better, and I'm going to take possession of it in Jesus' name.